Hey everybody, it's Rachel. Thank you for joining me in this video. In this video, I got a lot of cute things on my craft table for Easter. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I got a lot of vinyl crafts, or a lot of layering for this cute little wood round. I got this wood round from Hobby Lobby, and you guys actually seen this in my haul if you watched that video. And I actually got it for, I don't know, I think it was like $4 because the wood around here was coming off, and so we just put some wood glue and we were good to go. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna move that over here, and then I am going to go ahead and weed out all of my blanks here, or all of my vinyl. And I'm just trying to see, I think I could save some of this. No, I can't. This one I can't. Okay. Go ahead and start weeding this out. This cute little wood round is going to go my front door. That's good. And then I think I got one little area here. Perfect. And then I'm going to weed out my purple. I actually did a video, it's not coming out until much later, either April or May, to be honest, but I did some crafts with this purple because it has a nice little shimmer to it, and I thought this would be cute for Easter as well, so I'm bringing it back to my channel, although for you guys have not seen it yet. You will see that other video posted a little bit later on. And let me get this one weeded out next. Now I'm doing glossy, and I am also doing matte, and I'm doing that only because I don't have the colors in either glossy or in matte. So I thought well, you know what, I'll just mix them together and call it a day. So if that bothers you, having glossy with matte vinyl, then obviously, you know, don't do what I'm doing. I thought it was going to bother me there for a minute, and then I was like, you know what? It's all right. It'll be fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this yellow. Oopsie. All right. Right, I think I got everything, and now I'm going to attempt to peel this off in hopes that this will want to behave. Right now it's not weeding like a dream. It's a little hard because it's circular in nature. And I'm going to move that over so I don't accidentally get any of the sticky part of this vinyl on that. So as I'm peeling this back, I'm paying attention to both sides because I want to make sure that they are nothing is peeling up. Oh, you know what? I meant to cut out the middle to save the vinyl. Darn it. Oh, well. I have plenty of this vinyl, so I'm not that concerned about it. But obviously, I hate wasting vinyl. This is Paper Studio or Hobby Lobby's brand. I don't know. It's a 405 Basics. Yeah, it is 405 Basics. And I believe this one in particular went on clearance. Now before I crinkle this up, I am going to make sure, okay, got a little issue here. I think it's my N. 1 second, there we go. I'm gonna make sure that I'm not missing anything before, before I crinkle the vinyl up and discard it. I wanna make sure I'm very meticulous about that. Oops, looks like this is not wanting to come up. Part of my N, okay. So we got eggs, carrots, baskets, spring, egg hunts, family, chocolate bunnies. Looks like I'm not missing any letters. I'm not missing those little dots. Looks like I'm good to go. All right, so I wasted a little bit of that vinyl. Whoopsie. Let's just gonna pretend that did not happen, right? Okay, I am actually gonna need to pull up my design so I can see how this all gets layered out and positioned. So give me 1 second while I pull that up. And then we got this one. So now that we got all of that weeded out, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my workspace a little bit here. First thing that's gonna go down, I think it's gonna be this one. I think this is gonna be the one to put down. Actually, hear me out. I'm gonna put this one on top of that. So I think only because I want to make sure that I have enough room, and it's fine. So I know I typically like to start with my larger transfer tape first and then cut it down from there, but the word hello actually extends beyond that, so I'm gonna want to, and I want to get this centered as best as possible, so that is what I'm opting to do. I know it's a little bit weird how I'm doing it, but hang tight, I will explain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this back, and then I'm going to move that away so I don't accidentally grab that. And then I'm going to peel this back. All right, where's my scraper tool? Move that over. I'm going to scrape this down. Looks like I missed the top there a little bit, but it should be fine. All right, now what I'm going to do is I am going to put this on here, and I'm looking at my design because what I want to do is, since the hello extends beyond this, I'm going to need to know where this extends in order to center this on my blank here, this is why I am opting to do it this way. I'm not saying this is a necessary step, but I just know me, and I just know that I'm not going to be able to get this centered correctly if I don't do it that way. So that is why I am, and again, I'm looking at my computer and trying to not get this messed up. And I think what I'm going to do is use transfer tape. or I'm going to use, not transfer tape, my goodness. I'm going to use parchment paper. So I think I got that positioned the way I want it to go. Then I will put that down like that. Okay, so now that I have that, I don't know if this is going to transfer onto the carrier sheet. So I'm going to have to end up layering this, which is fine. I know that I probably could have centered this, but I just know me. Sometimes like that just does not work. Okay. Oh, and it looks like I picked up an S. Okay. Oh, that darn S came up again. Oh my goodness. All right, you little S. I'm not going to play with you again. I don't know what I'm doing to bring that up, but no big deal. All right. Go ahead and scrape the back next. That's interesting. This is the 405 and the other one was Paper Studio, but they were the same color. Okay. Now that I got that scraped, I think I got it scraped pretty good. No, I did not. I spoke too soon. I'm going to get this placed in my blank here. All right, now that I have that in place, I already scraped it down, and then what I'm going to do is peel this back, and I have to come back and get my my S. It's my S. That little S did not want to stay. Wanted to stay with the transfer tape, not stay with the actual vinyl. Now the next part, I think what we'll do that I think will help is get the rabbit on there next. I think that is going to be the safer bet. That scraped down. Peel the ears back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the ears here. Okay. Good. And I chose gray. In the design, it had the bunny as white, obviously, but figured it would get lost with this white background, so I just went with a gray bunny. Okay. Then what we can do is get the pink portion of the bunny next. Okay. Now the S will come a little bit later. Don't have to worry about that. Very good. And then this is just going to, you know what, I think I'll just separate the two just so I can do a focus a little bit better on the one. And then I'll come back and add the feet part. Okay. Very good. Okay, let's go ahead and move into the last part of this cute little bunny design. All right, let's go ahead and add the remaining portion of our design here. Okay. Peel this up. And then I'm going to scooch this over a little bit, and I'm looking at my computer to see how far over do I need to go. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge just because I'm trying to use my computer, but also, you know, just trying to get everything lined up. It's going to be just a little bit, I think, challenging. I think this needs to, I don't know, does it need to go up? I think it does. I think it's supposed to be so far down. Okay. Okay. Very good. I love how this turned out, and I actually think this kind of took on a little bit of a curve, but I think still kind of goes in theme with this design, and I really liked how this turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. This next craft is this cute little coffee mug that I got from Hobby Lobby, and what I'm going to do first before I go ahead and weed out everything, I am going to go ahead and clean the surface with some rubbing alcohol just to remove any dust, oil, or any type of debris that may be on there. Okay. Put that over there. And then I just got this cute little design that I found in Design Space. And again, I apologize. Can't really see it. I used I think it's Paper Studio or Cricut brand, and you know, they don't use a blue backer, so it's no fun seeing me weed this because you can't really see it, but I promise you'll see it here in a moment. Okay, got that weeded out very nicely. Bring in some transfer tape. Okay, get this peeled back. Perfect. And then I'll go ahead and scrape the back. All right, then I'll bring over my cup cradle and get this on here. I still feel like I see stuff that's on this cup, so I want to make sure that I really clean it good. And then give that time to dry. And then I'll go ahead and place my cute little bunny on here. I'm going to put it down just a little bit. Perfect. And then I will scrape it down. And then let's go ahead and peel this back very carefully. And there we go. I think this turned out, it's very simple, very easy, and I really like how this elevated this pink cup to an Easter cup. We were going to do a really long sign, and I had brought this to my channel before. It's from Hobby Lobby, and this is just going to lean up against my front entryway table on the floor. So I'm going to move this somewhere else so that way we can have more room. And I used Cricut Joy Smart material for the longer part, and then the rest I just went ahead and used the same color of vinyl that I used in the last project. Oopsie. This is one part of it. Okay, and then the other part I have, again, same color as, I'm going to bring this in, same color as this one. We're using all the same color of vinyl. And I am going to go ahead and trim up some of this because I'm going to try to save some of this vinyl here. And I forgot to do that prior to this making of this video. So I'm going to do that now. And then we'll get this all weeded out. I believe this was an SVG, so I don't really have any font information, so I will be sure to link this. I don't think this was from, in fact, I know it's not from Design Space. It is from Design Bundles. Got that one. Okay. This next one, I really like this green. It's really pretty. Very Eastery, spring. You can really pull this off for fall as well. I mean, you could use it for whatever holiday, but I don't think it really pairs well with summer. But of course, if you like it for summer, by all means, watch, I'll probably end up using it for summer too. Okay, then we'll get this one all weeded out. I went ahead and cleaned up my workspace, and then off camera I applied my transfer tape to my word Easter. This is why I think it's necessary to have both your Explorer or Maker and the Cricut Joy, because if you were to use your Smart Vinyl for your Maker or Explorer, then you have more smart material than you need. And I just think that the Cricut Joy is so nice to have. If you're contemplating on getting one and you already have the Maker or Explorer, I'd say get it. It's worth it. It's nice for the smaller cuts or smaller and longer cuts than, you know, in my opinion. That's just my thought process on it. I am so glad that I had purchased the Cricut Joy. Okay. Move that over. Perfect. Let's go ahead and scrape that down. It's a nice little bubble that I have going on here, but I will follow it out here in a moment. Done. Perfect. So now I will switch it back over this direction, and let's go ahead and move that over, and then we will first go ahead and get my transfer tape. What is this one? Okay, the last one. This did take some time, and I think I got it off center just a little bit. I wasn't sure. I think I just didn't add enough space. I think I started it off in the right space, but I kind of made the words closer together. But you know what? It's just all part of the crafting. And I'm not going to redo this. To me, it's just not worth redoing. But again, I apologize I can't get in frame, but it just says Easter, and it has bunny, eggs, hunt, family, love, fun, egg hunt. Okay. Family, love, fun, spring, flowers, and bloom. And then you can see, I'm going to bring this one in, as you can tell that how well they pair with each other. Hopefully you guys can tell, but anyways, I just thought this was kind of cute. I had to go with a darker color for the Easter. I was thinking about this gray, but I felt because this background is so, I don't know, on the darker side, I think the gray would have gotten lost with that. So that's why I did black vinyl instead of this gray vinyl. Let me know what you guys think. The last two projects, we are going to do some print and cut. The last two, we're going to bring in some print and cut. I had purchased this from Hobby Lobby, and I got it on clearance. I don't know if they still sell this anymore. I haven't seen them, but I'm sure that you can find something very simple or similar to that. Now that I have that all cleaned up, I'm going to go ahead and weed out my design here. So as I mentioned before, I'd like to use my vinyl with text when I can. It's not always going to be the case, as you guys have seen. Well, actually, you know what? I'm not even going to say, because I don't know if that video has been released or not. I'm doing these videos out of order, so I can't remember if this video will get posted before the tier tray video, before this one. And looks like I just got some rubbing alcohol on there. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and get this cut out. And I will get this weeded out. Very good. And then I think there are some middles that I need to go ahead and get. So I'm just looking to see. I think this is another middle. Very good. Here's another one. Yep, there's another one. Sometimes it's easier to transfer it prior than looking for the areas that you need to weed out, because when you transfer it, the back of it is shiny and the light will hit it just so, and it makes it a little bit easier to weed out the design. You know, because when you weed out the vinyl, it's a little bit easier than I would say weeding out print and cut stuff. So that's just my opinion. I think I am going really crooked, so I'm gonna do that a little bit better. In fact, let me just go ahead and peel that off completely so that way I can just get this on here a little bit better. Okay, perfect. And then I'll scrape that down, and then I'll turn it around and do the same thing for the back. Perfect. So I'm not sure if you guys can tell by the way the light's hitting it, but I can at least tell that there are certain areas that needs to be weeded out by looking at the back of my design here. So that is why I was mentioning earlier, the back makes it a little bit easier to see what needs to get weeded out when the light is hitting it, at least with my ring light that I have above me right now. So I think I got everything weeded out, or at least weeded out enough. And luckily it's just going on a white backer, so even if it doesn't, it's not going to be the end of the world. And I think I saw a little part that I got weeded out that needs to come off. Let's go ahead and get this placed. Now I was limited as far as how wide I could make this design because it only does a certain size, so at least that I've noticed. I'm sure I did see an area where I could change the paper size, so I'm not sure if I'm able to manipulate that. I haven't really dived into that too much, but that's okay. We'll figure it out as we go. And peel this back very carefully. Actually got this on there pretty straight. I'm pretty impressed. Did I? I might be up a little bit here, but nothing we can do about it unless I peel it back up, and I'm not really feeling that idea of peeling that up. So now I'm going to use my transfer tape to transfer my vinyl, and I happened to just print this out first, and I looked at my list of, or my rolls of vinyl and see which one matched, and I really like this yellow. And I know this is not quite Easter, but I figured it's still part of Easter decor. It's kind of introduction to spring as well. Now let's peel that back. And I'm going to retire the transfer tape because it took up some of the ink. I noticed with at least this transfer tape, it does pick up the black ink. So I don't want to ruin other pieces by using that same piece. But what do you guys think? I think this is definitely adorable. So this is just hot off the printer / Cricut, and I just wanted to show you what it looked like. And I did want to mention they do recommend using a light grip mat for your print and cut. And you just want to bend it over, bend your mat back, and then I will put the liner back on to my vinyl here, or my mat, excuse me. Put the cover back on. now it's time to weed it out. I did notice that, and actually I probably should pull the design up in design space, because so this is actually from Creative Fabrica, and I just found a cute Easter thing that I liked, and I was just about to say that the printer made these little dots here, and actually I'm looking at the design and it was in there, so my printer did not do that, so I'm thankful for that. And I am going to go ahead and weed this out very carefully. This is not a bad design to weed out. I just love the colors. I love the patterns paired with each other. I just think this is super adorable. Something that I really don't do often. Well, this is the first time I've been using the print and cut, and I'm so upset that I waited so long to join in on this print and cut for home decor. Okay, now that I have the negative space, I'm just going to have to weed out the middles just like you would in regular vinyl. And I don't think there's anything else I need to weed out. Actually, no, I take that back. I need to, first of all, get this off my fingers. This is really sticky. Okay, and I think there is a little middle to that. And then there's a little middle here. Perfect. And then the rest is just perfect. Perfection. All right, what I'm going to do is, before I apply my transfer tape, I'm going to cut this down to size, because my blank, and you'll see here in a moment, I'm limited as far as the spacing is concerned. So I think it'd just be easier if I can get an accurate size of transfer tape if I just went ahead and trimmed that down. Perfect. Okay, so now that I have that, let me go ahead and bring out my transfer tape, and I'll get this all cut out. Perfect. So now I will go ahead and scrape the front and the back and make sure that it transfers really well. And as I mentioned before, this transfer tape takes up some of that black ink, so you'll probably see it on the transfer tape, but it doesn't take it up enough for me to really have to, switch transfer tapes. I don't think it's that bad, and really, I think you can hardly notice at all. Looks like the blade cut a little deeper than it should have. Wonderful. Okay, now that I have that all transferred over, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my blank here. And I had bought this from Hobby Lobby, and I just applied some paper to it, and it was like 21 bucks, and I got it for $2.19. All right. Let's go ahead and scrape that down. And then if I ever get anything completely dead center, I am going to hit the lottery that day. I swear, I can never get anything centered. I feel like and I think I used to have a really good eye, and I think it's just this grid paper. I'm gonna have to, I'm being stubborn. I don't want to waste this transfer tape. Don't want to get rid of it. Kind of want to just use it up and be done with it. And see, as I told you, that black ink wants to come up on this. But yeah, honestly, it's not that bad, right? I'm being really careful because I don't want to rip up my paper either. This actually makes a really cool silhouette. Really does. I like it. Too bad it won't transfer into something else. But there we go. I absolutely love this. I don't know why they have those dots on the design. Might want to message the Creative Fabrica and see why, but I think this turned out super adorable. Probably one of my favorites. So this is the last craft. Let me go ahead and bring in everything so we can see what we did and you can find out which one of the crafts we did today is my favorite. I am just loving how everything turned out. Oh my goodness, it just turned out so beautifully. And obviously we're missing one. I just can't fit it on the screen here, but here it is. And again, I apologize that you really can't see all of it, but this was definitely one of my favorites and I can't wait to go ahead and display it, but not the favorite one of mine. I'm not even sure which one my favorite one is. I don't know. I want to say this one. Then I want to bring it back to this one because I really like how that turned out. But I love the color of this one. I like it, but this is not my favorite. It's not as exciting as the rest of the other 4 crafts that we did in this video. But I would have to say, despite its coolness factor, I really do like this one. But you know what? I'm going to be honest. I can't even tell you which one my favorite one is. They are all so adorable for their own reasons. But I guess if I had to pick, we'll choose this one. This one's my favorite. This actually was going to be my least favorite at first. I mean, not that I didn't like it. It just was not going to be the favorite of the design. This is the one I probably was least excited about. Just because, I don't know, for some reason I just don't... I bought a lot of these with the intention of crafting for something different and never did it. And so I thought, well, I got to use these up. And so I was really just uninspired with it. And I was going to go a different direction, but I thought, you know, I'm going to bring some print and cut on here and see how that looks. And boy, am I glad that I did do that. And then this one, oh, I love it. I just wish I would have had it centered a little bit better and a little bit larger, but I was limited as far as size because I wanted to use this gray vinyl and it only came in 12 by 12, and the other rolls I have, it just wasn't the right grade that I was looking for, but nonetheless it still turned out super adorable. And I really just like the cuteness of this whole thing. Overall, I just think it turned out super adorable. And of course this cute cup, I mean, it's simple but yet very cute and makes a statement. And then the last one that we worked on was this cute little project. I just think that this one turned out super adorable. I just love the colors for one. I love the patterns paired together. And yeah, I think this is just definitely a crowd pleaser for me. But let me know in the comment section which one your favorite is. And let me know if I've inspired you to get into the print and cut lifestyle or, you know, trend or whatever you want to call it. I am definitely on board. I think it elevates the game and in crafting. I'm not saying it's going to replace my vinyl craft because that's always going to be there, especially for the wording as well. But like I was saying earlier, I try to use vinyl for my words or my text except for where it doesn't make sense. And in this case, it already had bunny season on there, and it did make sense for me to use my own vinyl to try to match that all up. It just, you know, it's just something that was very cohesive with that project. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed all of these crafts that were on my craft table. Again, be sure to let me know which one your favorite one is, and let me know if you want to see more than print and cut. I mean, regardless if you want to see it or not, it's it's coming to my channel just because I absolutely love doing print and cut. But I still want to hear your thoughts and opinions. And I promise not all my videos are going to be just print and cut. There are going to be some vinyl crafts as well. All right, well, thank you for watching. And if you're new to my channel, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That would really help me out. I'm so close to hitting 2,000, and that would be amazing if I can get to 2,000 subscribers here in the month of March. All right, bye guys. Thank you.